What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Emalika's Pros. I'm Emalika, and today I thought we would do a little bit of cooking. So I'm going to show you what I plan to do for dinner, but before I do, go ahead and hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, share this video with your friends, and also go ahead and make sure you touch the little bell, the one that gives you notifications when I post new videos. Okay, so tonight, I am going to do what I like to call a throw-together casserole. This is what I like to do when I have different ingredients and not a real dinner plan in mind. So I'll just make some stuff and throw it together in a casserole dish, put it in the oven, and wham bam, thank you ma'am, we got dinner. It doesn't have a name. You can pretty much name it whatever you want. So here I have taken a 1.5 pound pack of chicken tenders, and I have cut them up into pieces, and I am sauteing them in my pan. I did add seasonings. You season to taste pretty much, but I'll show you what I used. I used some bold and spicy chipotle, just a little bit. I used some Italian seasonings, and you'll notice that pretty much everything is off-brand. Some seasoning salt and some Old Bay. Old Bay is the best. Garlic and herb Old Bay. So I'm getting this chicken to where it's just about done, and then what I'll do is I'm going to add some vegetables in with it so that it can finish cooking the rest of the way. So let me go ahead and do that, and I'll show you what it looks like. So I've taken a can of cut green beans. This is a 50-ounce can, 3 pounds, that we got from the church who was giving out food, boxes of Thanksgiving food. So I take the can of green beans, and I've drained it and poured it in on my chicken. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just stir it around and mix it together, so that the seasonings can get in there on the green beans too. Okay, so this is what it looks like all mixed up. Now, because you are adding green beans and your seasonings, it depends on how seasoning you want it, you can choose to add more seasonings and then mix it all together just to make sure that everything is well seasoned. It depends on your taste buds. So while that is continuing to cook, and the green beans are getting warm, and the chicken is finishing cooking, we're going to come over here and get the casserole dish ready to go. Forgive my kitchen. This is my drain. My can opener knife, because I can never find a can opener that actually works. Alright, so we're going to have this ready to go. I'm going to take out some of my bacon grease, and I'm going to grease the bottom of this, and the plan is to put the chicken and the green beans in the bottom here, and then add the stuff on top to make it a casserole. And I'm about to put on the stove some stuffing. Okay, so we actually have some chicken flavored stuffing mix that will be the topper, and to go in with the green beans and the chicken is going to be some gravy. And it says roasted turkey, but chicken and gravy, it's all going to taste real good with the seasonings anyway. Whether I use both of these, I don't know yet. We'll have to see when we put the stuff in the casserole. So we have our water and our butter on the pot, getting hot. I'm going to bring that to a boil and then mix in our stuffing. You'll notice that my butter looks a little funny. It's supposed to be half a stick of butter, and I kind of eyeballed it. And that is because my butter looks like that because in a mozzarella container I have my butter. I actually make my own butter. And in doing so, I get butter and buttermilk. And I always put my butter in a little container, and I put my buttermilk in a little leftover water bottle. It comes in handy when you need to use milk and, you know, trying to save your actual milk for like cereal and stuff. So our chicken is continuing to cook. It is almost done. It will finish completely up in the oven. The chicken and the green beans are done. So what I'm going to do is I don't have a strainer big enough to strain the water out of it. So I'm actually going to use my strainer spoon and I'm going to scoop it into the casserole dish. Alright, so our water and butter is boiling, so we are going to open this up and we are going to add our stuffing mix and fluff with fork. And I will show you what it looks like when it gets done because I need 2 hands to do it. Our stuffing is in here and it is doing its thing for 5 minutes. I've removed it from the heat. I'm going to go ahead and while that's getting ready and we're about to put the gravy in the casserole dish, I'm going to preheat my oven. Now my oven has been acting up, so I'm actually only going to preheat it to about 275 because it's been getting hotter. I have to call the maintenance people. And while we wait on that, we are actually going to gravy this. Yeah. Ain't nothing like some gravy. Alright, so we're going to do 1, and if it's not enough, we'll do 2. We are going to come over here. I do not have pot lids, which is why you see a plate on my pot. Alright, so we're going to remove the lid, remove the plate, and we are going to, back up please, we're going to fluff with fork. I never had any luck making stuffing before. It was only up until a couple years ago that I actually got the hang of it. It would always end up to be real mushy. I couldn't get the hang of the fluffing part. Alright, so that is what our stuffing looks like. So come follow me and we'll go over here and we will start forking it out. Honestly, if I had used turkey cubes or turkey meat instead of chicken meat, but I didn't have any, but if I had used it, this casserole would be the epitome of Thanksgiving. Everything essential to a good Thanksgiving dinner. Well, maybe not everything, but the basics. Alright, so we have this beautiful masterpiece. Okay, once you got the stuff in the way you want it, yep, that's good and yummy. So now, we're going to take this and we're going to put it in the oven. Okay, back up. Alright, here we go. Alright, it's going in the oven just until the top part of the stuffing is brown. Alright, so it's in the oven. My oven is doing that thing where it heats up more than it should. So I've turned it down to warm, and I'm only going to leave the casserole in there for about 5 to 8 minutes, just until the top gets browned. I'm going to have to keep an eye on it. I'm going to check back with you as soon as it's done, and we'll see how well it turned out. The casserole is done. You can see it here, perfectly browned on top. I have dipped out servings for Charlie and for Lyra. And here we go. I want you guys to taste test it. Lyra, put it in her mouth first. Chew with your mouth closed. Thank you. Yes, good, yummy. And then we have Charlie.
Taste still. It's almost like what do I be singing? Yum.
Alright. Alright, so you heard it here. It is a hit. So again, let me know in the comments what you guys might call this throw together casserole. Thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and hit that bell.